The other thing that we did is that, if you recall, we saved it to named views, right? So let's open under panel here and show panels. And then if we go to named views, you can see that A0 and A1, they both have been saved to the name view. What does that mean? Let me, for example, take here my right view and replace it with A00. I can drag and drop here. And so named views is a panel that by default is not turned on. So if you click on that wheel and then click on show panels, it will give you options to turn on other panels. And by default, the named view is not turned on. All you need is the checkbox and then it will turn it on.
You can also type in named view. So most of those panels also have a command associated with them. So it's very easy to open up the panel by typing in as well.
All right. That was, as you can see here, A00 has been set to that viewport. Another way to set it is from set view, you can see that other than the default views, the named views also appear here. So we can set it to A1 in this case. And we can set the back view to set view A0. And I'll shade it. It's kind of clear. So the A1 was the top view, if you recall, and the A0 was the side view of our model. You can always turn off the clipping planes if you don't want to see them. You can turn off the layer if you wish. This is basically what the clipping sections command does. You can think of it as a clipping plane with all the options available, additional options to set up the properties, but also give us the option to save it to named view, and also give us the option to clip, unclip, and all the other things. But again, those things can be done also from the property panel, except for saving to named view. So if we, for example, for any reason, we don't have those, and when we run the command, we didn't save to named views. How can we save the views of these sections? So under drafting, there is a designated command to save the C plane, which is the plane of the clipping plane, or save the view itself. So you can run save the view, and you can select your clipping plane. I'll select my A0 and press enter. And it will ask you if you want it to have to be parallel projection, if you want the view to be clipped, and if you want to set the construction plane of that particular view to that particular section. So you can set all these options and press enter to accept. And as you can see, that view has been created for us in the named view. We'll run the command again. I can save sections, save a clipping section views command. And now I'm going to select the A01, press enter, and I will just take the default options again, press enter, and as you can see, A01 is now created for us. Yeah, up to this point, any questions? So, for example, suppose I don't want that clipping plane 01 to cut my perspective, but I want it to cut the top view. If you select the clipping plane itself, go to the properties, and you can see that it's actually clipping in two places, the A01 and the perspective. If I say, no, I don't want it from the perspective, but I want it to cut the top view, now it actually, let me do a shaded view here. Now it's actually cutting that top view. If I move my section further down, you can see how it is like cutting further into my layers, my different objects, but not on the top view. And as you can see, the A01 has been also changing because this is the view that looks from the top in connection with the named view. Just to be sure, you can drag and drop that view here. And this is fully updated to be exactly like the named view. But anytime you move or rotate or change your clipping plane, let's, for example, rotate this clipping plane a little bit. As you can see, that view has been changed. The A00 has been changed. And to update that view, you will need to, again, drag and drop it. And you can see how that now is set to the updated A00. This is basically everything related to creating these sections with the options, creating the clipping sections command. Let's go to the PDF just to be sure that we've done everything. We set the options. We placed two different, and we saw how the name changes. And actually here you can, okay, in that case, actually we selected the specific objects to cut through. We can show that and open the named views and how to rotate the clipping plane and see how the saved view is done. So now we created the sections, or the clipping planes, clipping sections, we select those, we change their properties, we save them to the named views, and we change them and saw how the named views update, and we saw how we can assign a named view of a section into a viewport.
Can we hide them from the viewports that they didn't cut anything?
You can hide them from a modeling space altogether, or you can hide them not from specific views. I don't think you can either hide them or show them in modeling space, but you can hide them or show them in layout space, as we will see later. You can keep them on in modeling space, but turn them off in layout. But you cannot hide them from a specific view only.
I have a question. So for whatever reason, and it could be that I didn't hit a thing when I made the first thing, I only have one. I have two things, but I only made one. I have one of them in the named views. Is there a way to add the second one into the named views? Or
yes. So you go under drafting, sections, save views, and you select the section that is not saved. Let's say this one is not saved, and you press enter, it will be added to the named views.
Okay.
Go through the process, see if that works.
You're correct that the visibility is the entire model viewports. When you get into layout and into a detail, you have more options, and one of them is hide in detail. So if you just wanted one of your clipping planes to be hid in the detail, when we get into the layout, we have that control. But here, all the model viewports are affected at one time.
Okay, thanks.
No, you're welcome. I'm going to delete that one of these sections, as you will see that it also deleted it from the named views. So if there is an association between a section and the named view saved for that particular section, clicking on the widget and deleting it deletes it from the named view. So that is really nice because it cleans it for you. You don't have to worry about it. It's not going to clutter your named views. And this way you know what you have and what you don't. All right. So you can go ahead and try it, select one of the sections and delete.